welcome to the JV girls game with the Ramblers against the Wildcats. I almost said Bobcats there. Wildcats. The Evart. Starting off is going to be Alan Ridgway, the Michaela Van Polen, Briella Wallinges, Adria Roosevelt, and Michaela Hall, or Brooklyn Hall, sorry.
Brooklyn Hall.
Brooklyn Hall. I am your announcer, Cameron Hathaway, joined by
Josiah Hall.
Let's play ball. All right, tipped over to Roosevelt, up to Wallinges. It goes up for 2. It's good. Bell and Winters. Winters long pass.
Ooh.
Bit of wishy-washy there, I guess, with their steps.
Turnover by the Wildcats. Rambler ball.
Called throw in. Open over to Ridgway. Ridgway running up into the key. Goes up for a solid 2. Winters pass over to Bell.
Full court press by McBain.
Bell over Duncan. Duncan up to Young. Winters. Back to Duncan. Over to Bell. Over to Duncan. Duncan up for 3, but it was no good.
Gonna call a reach-in foul. Is that what that was, Cameron?
I believe so. I'm not quite up to date on my basketball terms. Holland Van Polen on the rebound. Van Polen up to Wallinges, knocked away by Young. There's Winters. That's Bell. Sorry, that's Bell.
Good defense by the Ramblers.
Stolen by Roosevelt, who runs all the way up to the key, going up for 2, but it's no good. Van Polen able to get the ball back, make a solid 2. Duncan over to Bell. Bell looking for an opening.
She's got to get the ball up the court.
She's got to drive all the way up to Winters. Winters over to, is that number 40? Not quite sure. Sorry, Ridgway over to Wallinges, over the shoulder.
Ooh, out of bounds.
Stepped out. Bell over to Duncan. Duncan over to Bell. Bell running into the key.
Looks like a reach-in foul on McBain.
Ref was pointing down at the ground on that one.
Not sure who it was on, but
Where am I? Duncan up to her sister Duncan. Travel. Holland Van Polen. Van Polen running it up. Long pass over to Ridgway. Foul there from the Ramblers, giving the Wildcats the ball. Duncan over to Bell. Bell over to Duncan. Ooh. Long pass up to Winters.
Touchdown.
All the way to the 10-yard zone. Bell. Over to Winters? Young, sorry. That's Winters. Winters tries to go up for 3, but it's no good. Stolen by Roosevelt up to Ridgway, who goes all the way under the bowl. Goes up for 2, but it's no good. Bell now.
Full head of steam. Jeez.
Duncan now. Over to Winters, almost blocked by Roosevelt. Travel there.
Another one.
Over to Van Polen. Van Polen passing Duncan and Winters up to Hall. Over to Wallinges, goes up for two, and it's solid. Splash two.
Tough shot.
Duncan and Bell. Bell driving around Van Polen. Getting heavily defended by Ridgway and Van Polen. Stolen by Hall. Over to Roosevelt. Over to Ridgway.
Almost an over and back right there. They got lucky.
Ridgway to Van Polen.
Saying a push.
Push by Duncan.
Push or reach in, one of the two.
Hall passes over to Ridgway.
In the corner, call shooting foul.
Hinton over to Hall, who gets
Call shooting foul.
pushed. Hall to shoot two. Rambler ball. Bell to shoot two.
First shot, no good.
Wildcats starting to really dig into their offense here, scoring some points, coming closer into the end. Bell's
Second shot is good.
First point,
Brianna
conversion.
Morgan summing in for Nia Bell.
Van Polen and Roosevelt to run it up. Van Polen over to Ridgway, able to keep it in play was Van Polen. Blood.
They're gonna call it travel on Blood.
Fast feet by Blood. Duncan over to Morgan. Morgan driving around Winters.
Over and back.
Wishy-washy, I'm telling you. It's just the way of the game. Oh, behind the back by the ref.
Are we announcing for the refs too now?
I believe we are.
What a pass by the ref.
Or to Van Polen. Van Polen trying to pass it over to Blood, but unable to get it around the defenses there. Unable to get it around Morgan. Morgan now to run it up.
Still a full court press here by McBain.
Over to Duncan. Able to get around the defenses. Winters looking for a shot. Goes up for two, but it's no good.
That's the end of the first quarter. Wildcats 6, Ramblers 16.
Wildcats seem to be really shaping up here closer to the end there. The first half was definitely a little bit more single-sided, but the Wildcats are starting to dig in a little bit better.
A little bit, yeah. I have to see what they come up with in the second quarter.
Definitely formulating a game plan down there, trying to just figure out how they're going to get around these defenses. I mean, as you can see right there at the end, I mean, they were starting to know exactly how to pass and weave right through the full court press, making it only 3 over by the key to have to defend 5.
They went on a nice little 5-point run there for a second as well.
Coach Tim O'Malley with the towel over his shoulder, also building a plan. Appears that Coach O'Malley down there is trying to tell the Ramblers that they need to play it a little bit more safe, trying not to go as much risk tonight. Trying not to be too pushy here either. Let's see what this planning goes for. Ridgeway trying to block Morgan. Duncan tried to long pass it up to Emily Babb, her first time in the game.
Out of bounds. Bringing the ball to the other side of the court. Not sure why the ball went out of bounds on the other side.
Bosher over to Hall. Over to Roosevelt, up to Blood. Blood right into the bowl, from under the bowl. Duncan over to Kimball. Kimball drive pass Ridgeway.
Oh, got her for a travel.
Quick feet there. Bosher over to Ridgeway. Looking for a play over to Bosher. Bosher up for three, but it's no good.
Wow.
Roosevelt going up for two. And
She's really good at doing that, isn't she?
it's really good at layups, yes.
I'm saying boxing out, getting the offensive rebound, and then putting it back up.
Roosevelt definitely one of the more defensive and offensive players when it comes to being around under the fishbowl. I mean, right here. You're driving from their own hoop.
That was a good drive by Calissa Duncan back on the other side of the court, too.
Ridgeway over to Bosher. Bosher tries going up for two, but it's no good. Kimball over to Morgan. Morgan trying to run it around Ridgeway.
Lost the ball.
Stolen by Ridgeway. Ridgeway to run past the half.
Driving in, and it's good off the glass. Little push shot.
Now splash two right there.
Splash two. And that was just good defense by Blood.
Duncan just giving a cold shoulder over to Blood.
Allison Duncan and Nia Bell subbing in for Desiree Kimball and Calissa Duncan. I suppose that Allison and Calissa are related.
I believe that Calissa and Allison would probably be related.
I mean, they have the same last name, so who knows?
I believe maybe Alexis Morgan and
Brianna
Morgan
related.
could also be related.
Twins, maybe. Same grade. Who knows? Not sure what was going on right there with the refs.
Oh
Trying
my.
to figure something out. Ridgeway for three, splash. That's your second three of the game.
Solid three right there. Bell to drive through the defenses. Over to Morgan. Morgan back to Winters. Winters up to Duncan.
Driving in. Goes up for the layup.
Passed over to Roosevelt. Stolen by Roosevelt. Ridgeway.
Oh, travel. Rats.
Duncan over to Morgan. Morgan to drive. Back to Bell.
Kayla Winters wide open in the corner. Saying foul on Van Polen, her first of the game. Her second of the game, sorry. Maddie Renning comes in for her. Morgan taking it out.
Oh,
Stepped over the line. Rambler ball.
Morgan jumping the gun on the throw-in. All over to Reining.
Renning past that Ridgeway. Ridgeway for three. Oh,
No good.
just barely. Just a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog, as they say.
Rebounded over to Duncan, back to Bell.
Oh, lost the handle. Keeps the dribble, reaching by Ridgeway. I believe that's her second foul of the game. Nope, her first foul of the game.
Her next one will make her second foul, though.
Yes, it will.
Duncan over to Morgan,
Loses the
but
ball.
taken back by Winters. Over the shoulder to Duncan.
Duncan puts up a shot, no good.
Blood over to
Hall
Hall.
pushing,
Long pass up to Ridgeway.
almost intercepted. White ball. Wildcats ball.
Duncan over to Bell.
Bell surveying the full court press defense. Weaving her way through. Driving in. Pass to Duncan.
Over to Bab. Bab back to Duncan.
Duncan down to Winters, and are they going to say a reach? Second foul on Brooklyn Hall. Oh, never mind, that's her first as well. I need to get my fouls right, Cameron.
It will be her next time.
Yes, it will be her second next time.
Brooklyn Hall switched out for Bridget Roby.
Bridget Roby, yep. Coming in for Brooklyn Hall. Oh, tried to bounce it off of Adria Roosevelt.
Pass to Roosevelt.
I've only seen that in the NBA where they bounce it off their back and go up for a layup afterwards.
Duncan switching in for sister Duncan. Roosevelt passed it over to Duncan. Duncan running it all the way over to the Rambler side.
They're going to say foul.
Foul on
Addie
Ridgeway.
Her second. That's her second.
Brooklyn Hall readying up. Going into the game. Switching for Adeline Ridgeway. Winters up for three, no good.
I think that was just a long two. Hall pushing it. We're going to say a travel.
Bell and Duncan. Bell breaking some ankles over there.
Trying to get something going. Over to Duncan. Spin move by Duncan. Puts up a shot. No good. Blood gets the rebound. Pushing it up the court. Over to Hall. Hall to Roosevelt. Roosevelt drives in, puts up the layup, and it's good.
Just as you said earlier, I mean, she is just a fierce player when it comes to being under the fishbowl.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Can't build campfires, though, or else that's a 3-second violation. Can't be down there for too long.
can't set up a tent.
Nope.
Seems a little unfair.
I know. I wish I could set up a tent in the middle of the court.
Same here,
We're going to say foul on Roosevelt.
I believe.
Yep. You say push on Adria Roosevelt. It's her first, not her second.
Until next time.
Yep. Duncan shooting two. First one is up. No good. Just barely grazed the tip of the rim. Lasher checking in for Roby and Rawson checking in for Blood. I always thought that was a cool last name, Blood. Second one is no good. Adria pushing up the ball. Pass to Hall.
Serving the defense.
Over to
Bosch,
Bosher.
almost stolen by Winters.
Rawson puts up the shot off the side of the backboard. Rebound, Nia Bell.
Bell not getting pressed actually by the Ramblers. This being one of the first times that we haven't seen that.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Drive in by Bell. Morgan puts up the shot. Or sorry, Winters puts up the shot, no good. That's going to be an over and back.
Trying
Maybe
to
not.
steal the ball over
Pass
to Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. Layup is not good. Rennick puts up the ball, gets blocked. Duncan gets shoved. And it's going to be Rambler ball. I don't think she got shoved. She might have just tripped and fell.
May have. Roosevelt did not, in fact, set up camp under the rim that time, though.
No, she did not. I don't think she does.
Not often, no.
Let's see, we got Anderson checking in for Morgan.
This is her first time in the game here tonight.
And we also have Wimmer checking in for Bab.
Travel making it Rambler ball. Bosher over to Hall.
Tipped. Ooh.
Almost up to Roosevelt. Stolen
Dangerous pass.
by
Nia Bell
Anderson.
pushing it.
Bell breaking ankles.
Ooh.
Goes for three. Off the back of the bowl, no good. Running.
That's a tough shot. Fadeaway three-pointer like that off the dribble. Wasn't quite a fadeaway, but it was something. Jump ball. And that should be Rambler ball, and it is.
Roosevelt on the successful scramble. Rail Wallinges.
Checking in for Roosevelt, and Van Polen checking in for Hall. 2 minutes and 5 seconds here.
Bosher up to Van Polen. Spins around the bowl, but no good.
Just gonna stay here.
Stays Rambler ball. Van Polen over
Wide
to
open.
Wallinges sets up like a 1 second camp right under the hoop and then scores it right down. Stolen by Van Polen, tries going for two, no good. Taken back by Bell.
Nia Bell struggling to get the ball up the court. Got a lot of defenders to get past. They all collapsed on her as she put up the floater. They're gonna call travel on Wimmer, number 33.
Bosher over to Van Polen. Van Polen passing the teeth. Over to Bosher. Reining to shoot for three, but it's air ball, no good.
Little bit of a screen by Duncan. Made me jump a little bit.
Winters.
Over to Wimmer.
Back to Winters, but is
Stolen by Van Polen. MVP, as they say.
Smooth operator, as I call it. Duncan passing Wallinges.
Oh. Dangerous play there by Rawson. Oh, and she might be a little shaken up after that. Roby checking. My mic is on.
Mine too.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to JV girls basketball. Bain versus Evart.
Starting lineup appears to be Alan Ridgway, Adria Roosevelt, Bella Wallinges, Michaela Van Polen, and Brooklyn Hall. Not Michaela Hall.
Not Michaela Hall. You keep saying that for some reason. Second half brought to you by Little Town Jerky.
Duncan on the throw-in. Looking for Bell. Pass over Van Polen. It's good. Bell looking to break some ankles. Driving right into the key. Up for a 2, and it's good. Extremely aggressive just from the first 15 seconds of the game here, Josiah.
It's a good drive, good layup.
Van Polen over to Ridgway. Up to Wallinges? Wallinges up for 2. Oh, twice. No good. White ball.
Looks like the Evart student section is getting into it now.
Their support can very well turn the tides against the Ramblers here.
I love Van Polen's defense, not letting a right-hander go right. She's pushing her left.
Duncan weaves through. Stolen by Van Polen. Van Polen getting blocked by Bell.
You say reach in on Naya Bell. Should be her second.
Is that a reach in?
Maybe it's a body check. I'm not sure. It's a personal foul of some sort. I believe that's her second.
Hall over to Ridgway, up for a 3.
Air
That's
ball.
a floater.
No, that was a pass.
And it was a pass.
That was a very good pass.
Very good pass over to Wallinges.
Jump ball should be staying here. Yep, that is her second.
All on the successful scramble.
Van Polen is
All over
wide
to Ridgway.
open.
Ridgway to drive in. Wallinges fighting Duncan for the ball.
It's going the other way. Jump ball.
Duncan over to Winters. And Bell. Pressed by Van Polen. Weaves around Van Polen, however.
Push on
Briella
Briella
Wallinges.
Wallinges. That's her third of the game. She's got to be careful here. Looks like they're going to sub in Blood in place of Wallinges.
Duncan trying to pass into Young.
Is that Duncan?
44
Zoe.
Duncan.
Zoe
20
Young.
Young. Bell tried going up for 2, but it was no good. Stolen by Roosevelt. Run all the way up into the key.
I'm going to say shooting foul on Duncan. Uh-oh. Roosevelt took a shot. Sorry, foul is on Zoe Young.
Roosevelt shooting 2. First one's no good. Ref passes in. Off the lip of the bowl, no good. Rebounded by Duncan. Trying to drive past Van Polen. Unsuccessful. Bounces off her shoe, goes to the Ramblers. Michaela Van Polen switching out for Olivia Boscher. Wildcats not full court pressing here on this time around. Ridgeway up for.
That was a clean look.
It was clean
Good
three.
shot selection.
Just right off the back of the bowl. No good. Duncan over to her sister. Over to Winters. Winters trying to drive in, but stolen by Ridgeway. Up to Blood. Blood goes
Beautiful
up
pass. Off the bottom of the backboard. Lucky she didn't jam
Bell
her
up.
finger.
Bell up for 2, and it's good.
Wildcats in double digits now.
Ridgeway and Hall.
Ooh, they keep leaving her open.
Oh, so close on the 3 there for Ridgeway. Taken by Duncan. Duncan up for 2, no good. Ridgeway running up.
Is she gonna shoot another one? Nope. Boscher
Over to
will
Boscher.
though. Almost. Hall with the rebound, goes up.
Hall being a smooth operator.
Smooth operator.
Sinking a layup. Bell ready to break some ankles. Goes right around Boscher, over for 3, no good. Air ball, taken by Hall. Hall over to
good.
Ridgeway. Gets pushed by Bell.
I'm gonna call it travel. I thought she bobbled it, but maybe
Bobbled
not.
it?
I thought she bobbled it and didn't have possession, but maybe not. It's the ref's call.
Bobbled, that's an interesting word.
Bobbled.
I haven't quite heard that one. What does that mean?
It's when you jumble the ball.
Just jumbled the ball. Okay,
Yeah, when you lose it, kind of bobbles in and out of your hand.
gotcha. So it's sort of like a fumble in
Yeah,
football.
you fumble it a little.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Duncan all the way over to her sister.
Oh,
Tries going for
blocked.
2.
Sorry, I got a little excited. That's my sister. I almost started yelling. Luckily, I did not.
Duncan over to Young, over to Bell, back to Duncan.
This Ramblers defense is so tough.
Stolen by Roosevelt. Roosevelt up for 2.
Ooh, coast to coast. She's been scoring a lot today, huh, Cameron?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's probably got about a third of the points here on the board, if I had to take a guess.
Hard screen by Duncan there.
Does go over the shoulder, but goes over the back of the board. Around the back of the board.
Around it. Looks like Van Polen's gonna bring this up.
Going over to Boscher. Almost stolen by Bell.
Ooh, they're gonna call a shooting foul on Bell. Shooting 2. That is Bell's 3rd foul.
See, Bell needs to be careful too, or she might foul out
Right,
here.
it's 5 fouls, and once you reach your 5th one, you're out.
Which was first, right down. First point conversion is clean. Caden Hinton switching in for Olivia Boscher.
Desiree Kimball coming in for Nia Bell. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right.
Ridgeway's second, splash 2 in the freeze.
Like Stephen Curry.
Duncan gets pushed out.
Stays Wildcats ball.
Kimbo pass over to Duncan. Almost stolen by Van Polen.
And
Winters. Hinton on the steal.
oh, she stays with it. Good hustle. Cross
Van.
court to Hall. Hall goes up and what more can you say? Like you said, smooth operator.
Must run in the family.
Something. Travel called on, I almost said Wimmer, but it's not Wimmer. Zoe Young. got number 10, Brianna Morgan, checking in for Zoe Young.
Oh, long pass over to Ridgeway.
Ooh, pump fake. Drives baseline, gets blocked. She will get a second chance at a 3 possibly. Nope.
Bosher goes though. No good.
They say jump ball.
Jump ball.
I like that call actually. If not, it was a clean block. Good call by the ref right there.
Oh, bounce pass up to Van Polen. Tries going up for 2.
Almost an and 1 right there, Cameron.
Ramblers staying courtside.
Got Rawson checking in here after this free throw. And we also have Emily Babb checking in.
Van Polen's first is no good.
Rawson coming in for Roosevelt and Babb coming in for Duncan.
Van Polen's second is up. It's clean right down into the net.
That's what we call a swish.
A splash.
Splash is a 3.
Gotcha. Okay, so a swish then.
Swish and splash.
Morgan over to Duncan. Duncan driving it up.
Whoa.
Duncan hard push to Van Polen. Gets up.
Offensive foul right there. Shoved her.
Van Polen with the titanium will. The titanium will? Would that be the word, will?
Titanium, yeah, I guess you could say will.
High
Driving
constitution.
baseline. No good. Gets the rebound.
Up for 2. Duncan over to,
Duncan.
forgetting that name, Kimball.
Kimball over to Duncan.
Over to Morgan. Olivia Bosher about to check in. Morgan stolen by Hall, smooth operating.
Passing it over to
Ridgeway. Up for 2. Clean swish.
Beautiful play right there. Timeout, Wildcats.
Last 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the board here in the third quarter. Wildcats really needing to pull ahead here in order to score some points, lower this deficit. I'd just like to bring up our sponsor here, Josiah, Littletown Jerky, and this snack time is brought to you by them. If not for them, we would not have any of this amazing jerky that we have here tonight.
Right.
Tonight we have mild and pepperoni with us.
Very
Josiah, would you like
delicious.
to try the pepperoni?
Yes, I would.
All right. It's good.
Very good. Again, snack time is brought to you by Littletown Jerky. They have some of the best meat I've ever had. Very delicious. High quality. Find it at Ebel's.
In downtown Reed City and
Uptown
Everett and Falmouth?
Uptown Reed City, downtown Falmouth, and Evart. I've also found them in McNally's.
Oh, nice. Ridgeway to pass into Van Polen. Over to Ridgeway, over back to Van Polen. Van Polen over to Ridgeway. Ridgeway for 3.
Oh,
Oh, but it's an air ball.
just a little to the right.
A little bit more to the left.
She's been draining them all game. I'm surprised that they're leaving her this wide open. Surprising.
That would be Kimball and Morgan. Morgan getting defended by Ridgeway and Van Polen. Driving around the Rambler defenses. Really trying to circle here.
We're gonna call it travel.
Boscher and Van Polen to pass in.
Sorry, we're snacking on some more of the Little Town Jerky snack sticks. Blood is wide open in the corner.
And as you said, wide open, passed right to her. A little bit of an air ball off the backboard, though shooting for 3. Bell now on ball. Pass back to Babb. Babb over to Bell.
Third quarter winding down.
Bell
Call
with
it
a travel. Travel. Ridgeway over to Van Polen. Last 45 seconds on the board. Long pass over to Blood, open in the corner again. Back to Van Polen though. Back to Blood. Shoots for 3. No good.
Oh, just barely. I like the shot selection by the Ramblers right here, though. Not forcing anything, taking wide open.
Morgan and Kimball to pass off. Back to Bell.
We're going to call a push on Ava Rawson. That's her second, I believe. Nope, that is her first.
No need to worry about her fouling out here. Probably.
Going to call 5 second.
Can't the bounds just a little bit too long.
I'm telling you what, though, that McBain defense is so good at doing that.
Boscher and Van Polen. Van Polen over to Boscher. Back to Van Polen. Over to Blood. Up and over to Van Polen and Boscher. Over to Blood, who's
Ridgeway is
open.
wide open.
Shoots for 3, no good.
They missed Ridgeway a few times. She was wide open in the corner.
But there was a lot of batting hands there from the Wildcats as trying to steal that ball. She had tried to go for a long over and up pass.
Yep.
Yeah, Rambler's really good when it comes to the Wildcats having to throw in. Rambler's really good at making it so they have to sit on that perch and then just wait for the right moment that never comes. It's also a Top Gun quote.
Yeah, it is.
Rooster and Hangman.
That's a good movie.
Definitely is. Wildcats not totally out of this here yet, but well, they can always make a comeback. They can always. There's been definitely some games that I've seen in life that have been like far higher deficit. I've seen like 0 to 60 turn into a game where the best players on the other team all fouled out to the point where it was down to like 2 players on the court here, and then the other side had all their good players still, and they were able to just make a heavy comeback, and it's always doable.
You never know, Cameron. It's never over till the fat lady sings, though.
Smoky flavored pepperoni snack sticks, brought to you by Little Town Jerky. Duncan to pass in. Overhead to Bell.
My personal favorite is their teriyaki jerky. I love that stuff.
I don't know, something about mild, being a little bit simple. Something about simplicity, just always nice. Ref scooping a C under the rug. Not sure about that call.
Looks like a timeout.
Tim with his hands in the air.
I love that guy. I've seen in a couple games that I've watched, he doubles as a dancer and a janitor as well, as a water boy. Wipes off the court.
Jack of all trades, that man.
Yeah, I mean, he dances, coaches, and cleans up the court. Man of many talents.
Duncan up to her sister. Goes for two, swish. First point here of the fourth quarter, 15 seconds in. Roosevelt and Van Polen. Van Polen up for three. No good off the back left.
Oh,
Roosevelt bringing it back up, but no good.
Ridgeway was wide open right behind her. Didn't see her. Wildcats ball. You'd love to see the Evart student section get into the game as well. Let's hope they do in the varsity game. You always love a good student section.
Bell up for two, and it's clean. Swish. Van Polen and Roosevelt running it up, passing the teeth and the eyes. Van Polen
Another
up for
pull-up three.
No good.
Hey, keep taking those. They're wide open. Have a nice lead.
If you got the chances, just take it.
Yep.
Duncan up for three, no good. Ridgeway, long pass up to Blood. Over to Roosevelt.
Clean block. Driving baseline goes up and
No good.
Oh,
Blood though.
Oh.
Also spins right around the lip of the rim. No good. Bell passing the eyes. Going into the key. Winters now over to Duncan. Duncan circling in. Uh-oh. A little bit of a fumble there on the ball. Briella Wallinges to switch in for Michaela Blood. Wallinges at, I believe, 3 fouls. 2 fouls, and she goes out.
she's a smart player. I think she knows not to foul, and yeah, we'll see. Let her play, I say.
Ridgeway off the back of the rim, no good. Taken back by Duncan.
It's gonna stay Wildcat ball.
Knocked out by Ramblers.
Big group coming in. Looks like we
Bridget
got
Roby for
Reining.
Adeline Reining. Brooklyn Hall for Adria Roosevelt. Michaela Van Polen switching out for Olivia Boscher, and Caden Hinton switching in as well for Adeline Ridgeway. Bell driving around over to Duncan. Stolen by Boscher. Hall passing the nose and the eyes.
pass to Roby. Pass back to Hall, shoot it. Air ball. Makes you wonder why Boscher didn't jump up and try to tip it back in bounds, but either way. It's going to be a Wildcat ball.
Bell stepping over the eyes.
Love the
Trying to-
defense of Boscher. Very good defender.
Trying to find a way into the key, unable.
Very tenacious, hard-nosed defender.
Duncan shooting three, no good.
Every team needs one. Kind of reminds me of a Dennis Rodman or Charles Oakley type of player.
Winters up and over. Oh, swishes around the fishbowl, no good. Hall getting pressed.
Ooh.
Stolen by Duncan. Goes up for two, and it's clean.
Second shot is good.
Roby and Hall. Hall passing over the nose.
Nose of the Bobcat.
Nose of
or
the Bobcat.
Wildcat.
Wobcat. Wobcat, that's wrong. That's a mix of the names.
Roby goes up. Oh, good. You're going to say reaching, Wildcat ball. Foul on, oh, maybe it's staying here. Nope. White ball.
Duncan over to Bell.
You're going to say fourth on Briella Wallingis.
Oh. Smart player. Definitely got to hold those last 4 minutes without fouls.
Oh. That's her 5th foul.
Bell went up for 2. Must have jinxed Wallinges as I just caused her to get her last foul. Switching in for will be Adria Roosevelt.
Gotta appreciate what she does, though. She's a very, very, very good player.
Gonna be on varsity here next year, I believe.
Yep. Ooh, good hands by Boscher.
Tipped by Boscher though, trying to get that ball. Duncan over to Zoe. So young.
Honestly, I think Boscher reminds me more of a Gary Payton. Just like a dog with a bone, wants the ball, will take it from you. Hard nose, quick. Just a very good defensive player. It's gonna stay Wildcat ball. Duncan taking it out. Passes it to Bell.
Over to Bell.
Oh,
man.
Foul on Boscher. That's her 1st.
Adeline Ridgeway to switch in for her. Duncan over to Kimball. Duncan up for 3, no good.
I thought that was in.
Hitting in the corner though.
Uh-oh. Picks up her dribble. She's got to get it over.
Roosevelt over to Hinton. Hinton over to
Ridgeway.
Back to Hinton.
Back to Ridgeway.
Pass to Ridgeway.
Just handing the ball off, playing hot potato.
Over to Hinton. Back over to Roby in the
Dangerous
corner.
pass. Puts up a shot. Oh, good.
Bell with possession. Winters over to Duncan. Duncan goes up for 2. Long diagonal up the board. Hinton on the rebound. Hinton over to Roby. Up to Hall.
Looks like we got a whole new group coming in for the Wildcats.
A lot of players here.
Say Brooklyn Hall's 2nd foul of the game.
We're also going to switch in for Bridget Roby.
Got a whole new group coming in for the Wildcats.
Brianna Morgan. Amber Cornell. And
Looks like we
there's
got
a lot out there. Emily Babb, too.
Bab coming back out.
Brianna Anderson and
Haley Wimmer
Haley Wimmer.
all coming in for the last 3 minutes of regulation.
Able to give them some play time here at the end. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose, it matters about whether you have fun, Josiah, and that's all this sport's about. That's all any sport's supposed to be about.
Unless it's professional.
Well, they get heavily paid for it, so I mean, they gotta take it a little bit more seriously, you know?
Correct.
Van pulling over to Ridgeway. Ridgeway corner.
Air ball. I mean pass, obviously.
Pass over to Roosevelt, who's
What?
able to just camp right under there.
What an assist.
Just swish the layup. Morgan over to Cornell. Roosevelt on the rebound. Over to Van Pullen. Over to Hinton. Back to Van Pullen. Over to Ridgeway. Up to Rawson.
Puts it out.
Rawson. Clean too.
Good shot. Tough shot, but a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it went in.
Morgan getting pressed
Man.
by Van Polen.
Van Polen just a very good defender as well.
Ridgeway able to steal that ball to get it to Van Polen.
Rawson puts it up again.
Ross puts it up and it's good.
She's got 4 points in 30 seconds, roughly.
Is that a world record?
I don't know. It's got to be up there, right?
Yeah. Morgan, stolen by Roosevelt.
Oh.
Roosevelt to run past the Whiskers. Up for a clean 2.
It's like Rennick coming in for Van Polen and Blood coming in for Roosevelt.
Solid high fives from Coach O'Malley.
He should be proud of this group and what they've accomplished this year. It's really spectacular what he's been able to do with this group.
Undefeated.
Yep, looks like their undefeated season will continue after tonight. I mean, just a very talented team.
Yep.
Very
We're
talented
getting
team.
pressed by Ridgeway and Blood. Nearly stolen by Hinton. Morgan over to Cornell, I believe. Yep, Cornell. Back to Morgan, up to Cornell. Over to Babb. Over to, stolen by Reining.
I think they'll just let time run down right here. Don't put up a shot. Just wind the clock down and get out of here with the win.
I don't know, might score one last 3 here.
Oh,
Reining.
she's gonna pull one.
Reining on the 3.
Splash.
Splash 3.
What a shot by Reining right there. See if they'll get a shot, and they do, and it is no good.
Good game there by the Wildcats and the Ramblers. Ramblers continuing their streak of being undefeated for the season. Amazing job to both teams. I mean, lots of sportsmanship here. Jai, any final words for the game?
I mean, just very good game by the Ramblers. Obviously, offensively, they put up a lot of points, 53. And I mean, they held the Wildcats to only 16, so very, very good defense. They should be proud of tonight's win. Yeah, I mean, good coaching by Tim O'Malley. Good overall play as a team, you know? Yeah.
We will see you over at the varsity game coming up here next in just a little bit. Join us then on Rambler Review. I'm Cameron Ethaway, joined by Josiah Hall.